Good morning, and welcome to Group 5's Pastel presentation for the company Nestle. My name is Liam, and today I am joined by Jiayi Lai, Tian Lane, Ji-Ching Li, Yurin Kim, and William Johansen, who, respectively, will be covering the country's selection and rationale, political and environmental factors, social and technological factors, legal and environmental factors, and lastly, the investment recommendation and conclusion. Nestle is a Swiss multinational company founded in 1866 that specializes in food, beverages, health, and nutritional products. In line with its mission statement of "Good Food, Good Life", the company focuses on quality of life through specialized nutritional products and wellness services. Mainly focused on the retail sales of packaged goods, it also has premium direct-to-consumer product channels as part of its core revenue generation.
Hello, the company has two oppositions: Indonesia, an emerging economy, and Australia, a developed one. Indonesia stands out with stable politics and economy, a fast-growing middle class, and a large population, meaning high potential customers, local demand for health and maternal infant nutrition products is rising, making market entry easy. It also works as a Southeast Asia expense base, and Indonesia's Asia Foundation helps its products gain local trust. Australia has strengths to great economic, political, and regulatory conditions, plus strong purchasing power, but its market is mature with little growth room, fierce healthcare competition, and a added nutrition supplement market enter its role.
Australia is a stable democracy with very low corruption and transparent governments. It welcomes foreign investment and is active in the World Trade Organization and numerous free trade agreements, including with Indonesia in the IACPA. However, strict food regulations show how political decisions flow directly into the legal environment. For Nestle, the challenge is compliance. In 2018, its Milo product lost its 4.5 health star rating under these standards and removed the rating from the packaging altogether. Expansion here means predictability, but under tighter regulation and potentially higher costs. As shown in the broader dimensions of country risk, politics shapes the business environment beyond regulation. In contrast, Indonesia is rated only partly free owing to its hybrid regime, form of governance, and corruption risks. While bureaucracy slows approvals and raises economic costs, the enforcement of mandatory halal certification actually strengthens consumer trust in a Muslim-majority market. Through IACPA and the pro-foreign direct investment policies, Indonesia supports food sector investment. For Nestle, expansion here means navigating higher political and legal risk, but with long-term growth potential and stronger brand trust. Economically, Australia is a high-income but low-growth market. Nestle already has a strong presence here, so additional investment yields limited returns. Milo illustrates this well. It is iconic, but faces market saturation and strong competition in a mature drink sector. Indonesia, on the other hand, is experiencing GDP growth around 5%, with a youthful population and an expanding middle class driving demand for affordable nutrition. Nestle can leverage this through products such as Milo, already promoted as an energy drink. However, the risks include currency volatility and logistics challenges, which raises costs and uncertainty. Even so, the upside is significantly greater growth potential. In short, Australia offers low risk but limited growth, while Indonesia presents higher risk for a far greater opportunity, especially for products like Milo that align with rising middle class demand.
Now I will be talking about social between Australia and Indonesia. So in Australia, consumers are strongly prioritized on like low sugar, low fat, or plant-based diets. And this trend aligns well with Nestle shift towards the plant-based Milo. As you can see from this picture, Nestle have come up with a plant-based Milo. And in addition, the coffee culture in Australia is quite strong, which have created the opportunities for Nestle to expand its premium coffee lines. For example, Nescafe and Nespresso. And as you can see also in this picture, they come up with different type of coffee, such as latte, cappuccino, and so on. From a technological perspective about logistics and supply chain, Australia is benefit from advanced like automation and IoT application in manufacturing. This means that the possibility for Nestle to invest in smart factories and sustainable production to increase the efficiency and strengthen its ESG image. However, for Indonesia,
Australia follows a common law system. The good side is that the customer law and IP protection help stop counterfeits and build trust with customers. But the disadvantage is the strict labeling laws. For example, the Milo case shows how this can lead to penalty and even damage brand credibility. Indonesia has a mixed legal system. The positive is that the strong halal rules and Nestle full halal certification give it a competitive advantage. The problem, however, is weak IP enforcement, which allows counterfeits and can damage brand value and trust. Australia has committed to net zero by 2050. Nestle supports this with eco-friendly packaging and using coffee grounds for energy. This helps build a sustainable brand image since most Australians value sustainability. But the unpredictable climate may cause raw material shortage and raise costs. Indonesia shows a rising demand for eco-friendly products, especially among millennials and Gen Z. This gives Nestle a chance to target young consumers and strengthen its brand. However, weak waste awareness and poor infrastructure make it harder and more costly to implement.
After analyzing Australia and Indonesia, our recommendation is that Nestle should prioritize expansion into Indonesia. Australia is stable and low risk, but it is also a saturated and mature market. Milo already has a strong presence and further growth is limited. Strict regulations and high operating costs also make expansion less attractive. Indonesia, in contrast, is higher risk but far more dynamic. The economy is growing at around 5%, the middle class is expanding, and the population is young and increasingly urban. Consumers already trust halal-certified Milo, and rising incomes are driving demand for both affordable nutrition and premium products. Strategically, Indonesia offers Nestle the right balance between global efficiency and local responsiveness. Milo can scale production while adapting flavor and positioning to local preferences, and this makes Indonesia a stronger long-term opportunity than additional investment in Australia. And of course, Indonesia is not without risks. Governance issues and weak infrastructure can slow investment approvals and raise costs, while currency volatility creates financial uncertainty. But these risks can be managed. Local partnerships and strong compliance systems can reduce governance concerns. Investments in distribution and supply chains supported by the Indonesia-Australia Trade Agreement can help overcome infrastructure gaps. And financial risks can be minimized through phased entry and currency hedging. So, while Indonesia is riskier than Australia, the upside is significantly greater. Strong consumer demand, cultural alignment with Milo, and long-term growth clearly outweigh the challenges. And in conclusion, after considering all pestle factors, Indonesia provides Nestle with the best balance of growth and strategic fit for its next stage of expansion. Thank you.